Y'all, today we are making one of my favorite candies in the whole world, pecan pralines. Pralines, if you're from Louisiana. They are creamy, they are rich, they are delicious, and they are way easier to make than you would think. Hey y'all, before we get started, I want to show you a quick little trick for when you're working with sticky stuff like caro syrup or honey or maple syrup, anything that's sticky. You're going to take your NoStick cooking spray. You're going to spray whatever container you're going to put it in, if you're going to put it in a container like you're pre-prepping. Or you're going to spray your measuring utensils. We're going to measure our tablespoon. It slips right out. First thing we're going to do is chop and toast the pecans. We're going to toast them at 350 degrees for 6 minutes, maybe a little bit more. You want to stir them every minute to 2 minutes so that all sides get toasted. This makes a huge difference in the flavor. It brings out all of that buttery pecan flavor. It adds a little extra crunch, and it's really delicious. Don't skip this step, y'all. The pecans shouldn't be cut too small when you chop them. There should be some big chunks in there like that. I usually use 3/4 of a cup of pecan halves, and then I chop them, and that will leave me anywhere between 3/4 of a cup and just under a cup of chopped pecans. Perfectly fine. If there's a little more, if there's a little less, no problem. Besides our chopped toasted pecans, we're going to need 1.5 cups of dark brown sugar, 1.5 tablespoons of caro syrup. I use the light caro. Some people use dark caro. It's up to you. And you don't have to use caro. It can be any corn syrup. It's just around here, everything is caro, just like all gelatin is Jello. Okay, so corn syrup. I use light. You can use whatever you want. 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla, 1/2 cup of heavy cream, 3 tablespoons of salted butter, which is why I'm not putting salt in here. It's enough salt for me. You may want to put a pinch of salt in here if you like salty things or like that sweet salt combination. Put a pinch in, but it's not really necessary. And then another not necessary thing that I like to add is about 1/8 of a teaspoon, 1/8 to 1/4 of a teaspoon of chipotle powder. It adds a smoky, sweet heat that I love. Totally don't have to do it. Just leave it out if the idea is just appalling to you. Now what we're going to do is we're going to turn the heat on for the fire to low. And then I'm going to add the sugar, the cream, the corn syrup, and look how easy that comes out of there. It's perfect. The vanilla, butter, and the chipotle if you're using it. And then I'm going to stir this until the sugar is all melted and this mixture is completely liquid. The other thing, before I forget, you're going to need an Insta-Read thermometer or a candy thermometer. Okay, everything's melted, the sugar's melted, it's warmed up, and really you can feel it, and there's not a lot of sugar crystals left in there. If there are a few, don't worry about it. What we're going to do now, oh, and by the way, before I forget, I was not supposed to put the chipotle or the vanilla in there yet. I wasn't thinking, and I did it. If you make, it's not going to hurt it that much. It may cut down a little bit on the vanilla flavor, but when you make it, you're going to put the vanilla in at a different step, okay? So follow the recipe. Do as the recipe says, not as I say in this case. Now we're going to get our pecans in there. And stir them in. It smells really good already. And now we're just going to continue to heat it and stir occasionally every maybe minute to 2 minutes or so until it reaches a temperature of 238 degrees. 238 degrees, okay? Okay, it's 238 degrees. We're going to turn off the heat, give it another little stir, and then we're going to let this sit until it reaches 110 degrees. So you're talking, it depends on if your kitchen's cold or not, but a good 10-15 minutes, maybe a little bit more once you take it off the heat. You can speed this up a little bit by taking the pan and putting it on something like a towel you've had in the fridge or whatever. But I just let it go, and this is the time that I use to clean up the kitchen. So I'll see y'all in about 10 minutes. Once it's cooled down, you want to turn your mixer on and let it beat until it's a light tan and it becomes opaque. It's not going to be shiny anymore. I don't know if you can actually see this, so let me do this real quick. See how shiny it is? We want it to go until it's not shiny anymore. And I know I said let it cool down to 110, but I've been making it that way for years, but I don't feel like waiting that long, and this is now at 125, and I'm going to go ahead and beat it up, and let's see what happens. If it works, you don't have to wait till 110. All right, we're going to take the paddle off, take the bowl off, and I think we're going to be ready to form our pralines. By the way, if you're from Louisiana, I humbly apologize to you. As a Texan, I say pralines. I know that y'all are going to say it's supposed to be pralines, but sorry about that. All right, we're going to take a tablespoon, and we're just going to put these out by a tablespoon. I suggest, once again, that you use your spray and spray your tablespoon to make these come out a little bit easier. But you're still going to get your fingers sticky. There's just no way around it. You want to work pretty quickly here because as they cool down, they will get thicker and harden up a little bit. They're still going to be creamy, but it's just when they're a little bit warm, it's a lot easier to do. Well, I got a few more this time than I did the last time I made them, but you're going to get between 12 and about 16 of these, depending on how much you mound your tablespoon when you make them. Now, one thing I like to do is go through and just press a pecan right in there in the top. Just a nice bite. So there you go, y'all. They are so easy to make. Valentine's Day is coming up, and they make great gifts. You can even take them once they've set and dip them halfway in chocolate. That's really pretty too. You're gonna wanna let these set a couple of hours. They soften up as they do, and they get even creamier. But if you can let them, now I know this is gonna be hard, but if you can let them sit overnight, they are absolutely out of this world. So make yourself some pralines or pralines, and it doesn't take very long at all, and enjoy. All right, y'all. I will see you next time. I love y'all. Have a great day. Bye. Here's another little hint. When I make these, at the end, they have to be stirred and really stirred well and quickly. I've found the best way to do this is to spray your mixer. If you have a stand mixer, spray it with NoStick spray. I'm going to spray the paddle with NoStick spray and put it on there and get it all ready. Then, when I dump the hot candy in there and stir it up, it's not going to stick. It's a great way to make it have an easier cleanup and just easier to deal with altogether.